Aircraft carriers, the floating giants of the ocean. Aircraft carriers are among the most powerful and complex machines ever built by humanity. These massive floating airbases dominate the oceans, symbolizing military strength, technological superiority, and global influence. For over a century, aircraft carriers have reshaped naval warfare and altered the balance of power across the world. But how did aircraft carriers come into existence? How do they operate? And why are they considered the backbone of modern naval forces? This is the story of aircraft carriers, the floating giants of the sea. The birth of aircraft carriers. Before aircraft carriers existed, naval warfare was dominated by battleships armed with massive cannons. Sea battles were fought at close range, relying on armor and firepower. However, the invention of the airplane in the early 20th century changed everything. During World War I, military strategists began to realize the potential of aircraft for reconnaissance and attack. Early experiments involved launching aircraft from modified ships or temporary wooden platforms. These experiments laid the foundation for a revolutionary concept: ships designed specifically to carry, launch, and recover aircraft. The world's first true aircraft carriers appeared in the 1910s and 1920s. One of the earliest examples was HMS Argus of the British Royal Navy, which featured a full-length flight deck. This innovation allowed aircraft to take off and land directly on the ship, transforming naval combat forever. Aircraft carriers in World War II. World War II marked the golden age of aircraft carriers. Battleships quickly became obsolete as air power proved far more effective. Aircraft carriers could strike enemy ships hundreds of kilometers away, long before cannons were in range. Some of the most decisive naval battles in history were fought by aircraft carriers, not guns. The Battle of Midway in 1942 is a prime example. In this battle, US aircraft carriers destroyed 4 Japanese carriers, turning the tide of the Pacific War. The ships never even saw each other. The entire battle was fought by aircraft launched from carriers. By the end of World War II, it was clear: aircraft carriers were the new kings of the sea. Anatomy of an aircraft carrier. An aircraft carrier is essentially a floating city combined with a military airbase. These ships are among the largest vessels ever constructed. Flight deck. The flight deck is the most recognizable feature. It is where aircraft take off and land, often in extremely challenging conditions. Modern carriers use angled flight decks, allowing aircraft to land and take off simultaneously. Hangar deck. Below the flight deck lies the hangar deck, where aircraft are stored, maintained, and repaired. Elevators transport aircraft between the hangar and the flight deck in seconds. Island structure. The island is the tower on the side of the flight deck. It houses the command center, radar systems, and air traffic control, similar to a control tower at an airport. Power systems. Modern carriers are powered either by conventional engines or nuclear reactors. Nuclear-powered aircraft carriers can operate for over 20 years without refueling, giving them unmatched endurance. Aircraft launch and recovery. Launching and recovering aircraft from a moving ship at sea is one of the most dangerous and impressive operations in the military. Catapult systems. Most modern carriers use steam or electromagnetic catapults. These systems accelerate aircraft from 0 to takeoff speed in just a few seconds. Arresting wires. When aircraft land, they catch steel cables known as arresting wires. These wires bring jets traveling at high speed to a complete stop in less than 100 meters. Every takeoff and landing requires extreme precision. A single mistake can result in disaster. Life on an aircraft carrier. Life aboard an aircraft carrier is intense and demanding. These ships carry between 4,000 and 6,000 crew members, including pilots, engineers, medics, cooks, and technicians. Crew members work long shifts, often 12 to 16 hours a day. Space is limited, privacy is almost non-existent, and the noise is constant. Despite these challenges, discipline and teamwork keep the carrier functioning like a well-oiled machine. Aircraft carriers have their own hospitals, gyms, kitchens, and even small shops. In many ways, they are self-contained cities at sea. The Aircraft Carrier Strike Group. An aircraft carrier never operates alone. It is protected by an entire fleet, known as a carrier strike group. This group typically includes guided missile cruisers, destroyers, submarines, supply ships. Together, they provide defense against air, surface, and underwater threats. The carrier itself acts as the heart of the group, projecting air power across vast distances. Nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. The introduction of nuclear propulsion changed naval warfare dramatically. Nuclear-powered aircraft carriers can remain at sea for decades without refueling. The United States leads the world in nuclear carrier technology. The Nimitz class and the newer Gerald R. Ford class carriers are among the most advanced warships ever built. These ships cost billions of dollars, but provide unmatched power and flexibility. Aircraft carriers around the world. While the United States operates the largest and most powerful carrier fleet, many other nations have developed their own carriers. China has rapidly expanded its carrier program, signaling its growing naval ambitions. Russia operates a single carrier, Admiral Kuznetsov. India, France, and the United Kingdom also maintain modern aircraft carriers. Each nation designs its carriers to suit its strategic needs, but all share the same core purpose: power projection. The strategic importance of aircraft carriers. Aircraft carriers are more than weapons. They are political tools. Their presence alone can influence global events. When a carrier enters a region, it sends a clear message of strength and readiness. Carriers are used for combat operations, deterrence, humanitarian missions, disaster relief. They can provide air support, medical aid, and logistics anywhere in the world without relying on foreign bases. Vulnerabilities and criticism. Despite their power, aircraft carriers are not invincible. Critics argue that they are expensive and vulnerable to modern threats, such as hypersonic missiles, submarines, cyber warfare. As weapons technology evolves, the future role of aircraft carriers is constantly debated. However, supporters argue that no other platform offers the same combination of mobility, flexibility, and power. The future of aircraft carriers. The future of aircraft carriers lies in advanced technology. Unmanned aerial vehicles, artificial intelligence, and laser defense systems are already being tested. Future carriers may operate with fewer crew members, smarter aircraft, and enhanced defensive systems. Despite changing warfare, aircraft carriers are expected to remain central to naval strategy for decades to come. Aircraft carriers are the ultimate symbols of naval dominance. From their humble beginnings in World War I to their role as nuclear-powered giants of the modern age, they have reshaped warfare and global politics. They are floating cities, mobile air bases, and instruments of national power. As long as control of the seas remains vital, aircraft carriers will continue to rule the oceans.